Welcome to the Weekly Examiner. I'm Lisa Rule. This week, a terrible train tragedy turned political. A deadly Amtrak train crash on Tuesday, coupled with a previously scheduled Amtrak funding debate in Congress on Wednesday, made infrastructure funding and train safety the biggest story of the week. After the fatal crash on Tuesday that killed 8 people, the House Appropriations Committee on Wednesday voted to cut funding to Amtrak by $252 million. Later in the week, President Obama called for greater spending on infrastructure, while Speaker of the House John Boehner fought off questions asking about a link between spending cuts and the deadly accident, saying, "Obviously, it's not about funding. The train was going twice the speed limit." President Obama this week welcomed leaders of the Gulf Cooperation Council to Camp David to discuss his proposed nuclear deal with Iran. At the end of the summit, Obama held a press conference and said, "The United States will stand by our GCC partners against external attack and will deepen and extend the cooperation that we have when it comes to the many challenges that exist in the region." Potential 2016 presidential candidate Jeb Bush faced controversy this week after a TV interview with Fox's Megyn Kelly. During the interview, the former Florida governor said he would have supported the invasion of Iraq back in 2003. Bush later flip-flopped on his answer after it created a political firestorm. He clarified what he meant to say Thursday afternoon while speaking in Arizona. He now says, "Knowing what we know now, I would not have engaged. I would not have gone into Iraq." By a vote of 269 to 151, the House of Representatives voted on Friday to pass the annual Defense Authorization Bill. This bill sets Pentagon budgets and sets policy priorities. Although the bill is typically bipartisan, most Democrats voted against it this time around. Dems were protesting the GOP's effort to add extra money for defense programs to a special emergency fund to go around mandated spending cuts. Next week, keep your eyes on Capitol Hill. There will be a hearing focusing on moving forward with U.S.-Cuba relations. For up-to-the-minute breaking political news, be sure to stay with WashingtonExaminer.com throughout the weekend and always be on the lookout for the latest edition of Washington Examiner magazine.